Hey everybody, welcome back. Well, I was tuning into a live this morning or around noonish, and it was Natasha Cooper. Now I've heard her name thrown around a few times, but I've never actually seen her or listened to her. So when I was scrolling and I saw she was doing a live, and Bree was there, and Gypsy was there, and I don't know, somebody else was there, I can't remember. But anyway, I was thinking, oh, this could be interesting. So, you know me. I just stood in the hallway and watched, right? So, what killed me the most, I think, was Natasha Cooper, because Gypsy was kind of building her up, you know, her head started to inflate. You know how they get? And she was sitting there saying, I don't know about the other side there. They're grasping at straws. You can't blow your nose without somebody posting it all over the internet and all this. And I'm like, it's not funny though. Because Gypsy can't blow her nose without posting it all over the internet. Kind of a little funny, right? I would have downloaded that live, but I couldn't find where I could download it. And when the live's going on, it doesn't. It just says that you can share it. It doesn't say you can download it, right? So if I do find it, or if somebody else finds a copy of it, let me know. I would like to see that. And so Gypsy was building her up, saying, "Oh, you know, I like you because you spew the truth, and I like people who actually tell the truth, and all this stuff, right?" And I'm like, "Oh my God." She wasn't saying anything. All she was doing was downgrading us over here, right? She wasn't saying, well, you know, you were abused and you had to get out of that situation and stuff like that. She wasn't saying any of that. So whatever truth Gypsy thought she was spewing, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it at all. All I heard was her downgrading us. And what got me the most too was she was like, I don't know, they can't see you from the hallway, can they? Because it was funny that as soon as I tuned in, you know how they're watching the chat? I didn't join the chat. I was just watching from the hall. And it's like as soon as I started tuning into it, she was talking about, oh, you know, the worst rumor I ever heard was about the baby not being real and all this stuff, right? And I was like, ooh. I think we got somebody's goat. I really do, because it still bothers them. You would have think by now they would have kind of moved on from it and just said, okay, you know, nobody believes her anyway, so just let her go. No, they're still bothered by it. They're still bothered by it. So the last time I heard that they were bothered by it was when Gypsy and Ken were on that talk show. I don't remember who it was. It was a guy who was a talk show host, whatever. And they were asking them, like, what is the weirdest thing you guys have heard about yourselves? And she brought up the fake baby, right? So this is the second time, the first time actually since then. And that was like, oh my gosh, February, I think? Something like that. It was a while ago, but it still bothers her. And the thing about that too was, that live was today. It was yesterday that I put out my video pertaining to the baby. And that's the first one I had put out pertaining to the baby in a while. Right? Y'all know me. So you know I haven't really talked about the baby as much in at least a month or more. But I put out a video yesterday and here they are talking about it today. So obviously there's somebody that's reporting back, right? Not that I care. Because the more I think it bothers them, the happier it makes me. They think that we are all just a bunch of liars over here and that we are just spewing rumors for the sake of spewing rumors, just so that we could get, you know, some of that blood money that they all think we're getting, right? But as far as I can remember, Gypsy doesn't pay me. Gypsy doesn't pay me. So how am I getting Dee Dee's blood money when Gypsy's got it all? right? Gypsy's the one that's making money off of her mother's back, not us. If anything, we are trying to protect her mother's reputation. You know? Yes, some things her mother did that wasn't right, but she never abused that kid. She never once abused that kid. She gave her everything that she could possibly want. Okay? I had 2 boys and I worked a full-time job, and so did their father. And we couldn't give our kids a quarter of what she got from the system. Okay? So if she wants to start talking about how she didn't get Barbie dolls and she didn't get to go outside and play, she didn't go to the park and stuff like that, she is so full of it that her eyes are brown. Okay? And I know her eyes are brown. Not saying everything, everybody who has brown eyes full of it, just her. So I thought that was very interesting today that I had stumbled across that live at that exact moment. It was like I was meant to hear this or something, right? But if somebody does hear my video and wants to run back to Natasha about it, be my guest. I'm all for it. All right? Because I can argue with a wall. There's no way she can argue better than me. Right? I don't need somebody in my back cheering me on like they do. They only talk like this, it seems like, when they've got 4, 5, 10 people on their freaking panel saying, go get them. Yeah, you do that. Yeah, they're like that. They're like that. I don't need that. All right? So I'm just saying, if you have a problem with me talking about your baby, Gypsy, come to me. And yesterday I also found somebody in my chat that was trying to push Gypsy's audiobook. Gypsy's audiobook, even though she said it was for free. I saw her post it once. I said, well, first off, does it come with a toothbrush? Didn't answer me. So I let it go. I kept the comment and everything there. Then I went to another person's comment, and you know how you have like threads? I saw it again. So I was like, oh, is Gypsy in my comments trying to push her audiobook? I blocked her, but only because I don't want somebody spamming my pages with Gypsy's stupid audiobook. Who wants to read that? Really? I didn't want to hear about it when it first came out. I damn well don't want to hear about it now. Right? Okay. All right, guys, that's my video for this afternoon. Please like and subscribe. It helps me in the algorithm. And if you want to share my video, be my guest. All right, guys. Everything in this video is my thoughts, opinions, and are alleged. Entertainment purposes only. Bye, guys.